is Cap C. Gonna turn off this one light. Turn on that light. That's actually perfect. That is actually perfect. So this is my house. Okay. So do we not have any more? Yo, thanks for joining us. Might be Colin, Loki. So, alright, it's been a bit. I need to remember like where I left off. What I was trying to do. Yeah. We should actually like extend this. Or at least try to. Just in here. Okay. We have some lights. Okay. I don't know if, like, to be honest, like, this is like a closet. I mean, it's... Let's check inventory. Oh, we actually have some. Oh, that's gravel. Gravel's not that much, I mean. Oh, we're gonna be out of this shortly. I thought I heard a zombie. I'm gonna turn out the volume a little bit. Yeah, see, I definitely heard it. And it's broken. Oh. Okay. Yo. Oh, we cannot mine that. Okay, so let's go back up. I hear zombies. Must be like a cave or something. Oh! Parkour. Just toss it. Whoa, whoops. Littering. It's about that time. Let's actually... Maybe let's just make some windows or something, I mean. Not bad. So not bad. Damn it. Alright. Not too bad. Okay. Ow. There must be something like... Whoa! No, hold on. I have a feeling there's... And I don't think I have a sword on me. Let's go back up and get it. Oh yeah, that must be from there. Do we have anything cooked already? No. Shoot, we need wood. Shoot. Is there any stone armor? Oh, there's leather armor. Right. What? Whoa. Ugh. Dude, this is some freaky stuff. Okay. Huh. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Like. I just don't know where they are. I just don't want there to be a whole bunch down there, but... They're right to my left. Man, I gotta stop doing that. Whoa, I thought I'm gonna start building up now. Yeah, we have a shovel. Not that much, but we have some. Shit. Ugh. I wish I had that shovel. Shit. Yeah. We're running low, guys. When you're running on your wooden backup, you know you're in trouble. Yeah. Alright, let's start just going single. Oh, I think we're close. Yeah. Fuck. Oh. We're so close. Well, there's my house. I want to mark it. Fuck. So that was fun. Oh man. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Okay. Is that laundry going? Oh, my dad must have put something in the dryer. It's almost done. Oh man. Okay. I really want to kill a skeleton. And I think having something leading all the cows and stuff into would be nice. Yeah. It's starting to rain. Alright, let's get under cover here. Get under. Does that work? Not bad. Could actually put the bed in here. Still raining? Wow. Hmm. I want more light. I want more of these. Okay. Ow. Oh, there it is. What was that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we already know what's up there. Am I basically like hitting my head every single time? What was here? Shit. Go, go, there we go. Okay. Come on. Oh shit. No, no, no. 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 Ah. No. No. Shit. Oh. Okay, forget that. It's not worth it. Okay. But actually, is there like a air pocket here? Oh, there is. It's a mini gold mine. I don't want water to be like flooding in here, but Alright, I'm getting out of the water game, I think. Shit. I think I might want to, like, start venturing somewhere else. Alright guys, I think that's about it. We got it quite a bit done, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We've been playing for about an hour, not too bad. Oh man. Ooh, doggy! Yeah, but guys, did I tell you about I am trying for this one job, because right now I got a job over at this this grocery store. I don't really want to work there, to be honest. I mean, I'll just tell you, I was working at this one store called Jewel Osco, and well, first of all, well, you know, I highly recommend, once you're able to, like you know, especially at Jewel Osco, when you're, as soon as you turn 16, I'm gonna get out of this. As soon as you turn 16, start working at, like, if you want to, but it's really a great first job. What work at, such as Jewel Osco, is a union company, and they reward you the more time you work there. Plus, you know, it is, so say you know robots start, and I'm talking about, like, say you know robots so start working at grocery stores or whatever, and I'm really talking about the more self checkouts and things like that. If you are working there, you're in the union. They can't get rid of you, and you know, and they reward you the more time you work there. So say you're 16 years old and you've been working there for 2 years. Guess what? You're a 18-year-old guy. Guy, you know, who already has vacation time. And say you're working there from 16 till you're 21. And I'm saying, like, you know, probably like a side job, you know. Dude, you would have like 3 weeks paid vacation. You would have personal days. You would have, I mean, and it's but anyways, I mean, I don't know if I would want to, like, be working there that long, because there's different grocery store opportunities that would probably be better for you, but you know, I worked at, well, first off, you know, I was umpiring, which actually is a really nice side gig. I mean, umpiring, like, that surprisingly pays pretty well. I mean, but just saying. Man, the PlayStation music is nice, but I mean, when I'm trying to talk, it's kind of annoying, but but not as annoying as the Minecraft music. Like, you know, if you're trying to talk, you know. But I umpired for a little tiny bit in 20. Was it 2018? I started. You know, it was either 2017 or 2018. I umpired a little tiny bit, like a little tiny bit. I only made like $100. I mean, really, $135, I think. I umpired. That was my picture my rookie year. All right. Then the next year after that, I made over $1,000. Like I was booming, man. I was umpiring so much that I umpired 5 days, 5 out of 7 days of the week umpiring for my local umpire thing, and we did not umpire on Wednesdays or Sundays. And I'm like, man, well, what am I gonna do on Wednesdays and Sundays? So I contacted the county umpire league because I guess there was one of those, and I'm like, hey, so I would like to umpire for you guys, but I'm only available on Sundays and Wednesdays. Do you guys have anything on Sundays and Wednesdays? And it was like, oh yeah, we do. Well, it turns out that umpire guy knew my local umpire guy, and they were actually fighting over me a little bit, trying to figure out, hey, he's umpiring for us. No, he's umpiring for me. But I was being a little greedy, and I'm like, I don't know. It's funny story, but anyways, so then I was umpiring 7 days of the week. I mean, oh my gosh, I was grinding so hard, But anyways, but then the year after that, I started working at Jewel, and that was a little more of a priority for me. And I umpired probably like I took about a week or two off of Jewel, non-paid, because I thought out of town we were going out of town. But then we ended up, not going out of town and things like that. So I ended up having some time off, and I'm like, hey, got any games for me? Remember me? but anyways, it's well, but yeah, so well, why am I telling you guys like my work? Oh yeah, now I remember. So then Jewel, I started working at Jewel, and I worked there for I think I worked there for like 7 months, I want to say. I started off bagging because apparently my amazing umpiring experience wasn't enough to get me into produce, so I was a bagger. And actually, I didn't mind that because I was like, okay, I have a job, that's kind of cool. And then, but it got old fast. And I actually applied for produce, and the story was that they aren't hiring for produce, but then the day after my first day, a produce guy, he quit. But I guess I already had my loyalties to front end. Dude, it was so tough getting out of front end, man. And I guess if you came from front end into produce, that was like the thing was that they can they can move you back to front end anytime. I got told that so many times, like hey, send you back. I can always send you back. But I mean, if you didn't come from front end and say you came from, I don't know, McDonald's, I don't know. Oh, it was, you were all chill. I mean, it was like, man, but yeah, I enjoyed working produce, stuff like that. And long story short, my boss ended up. I love my produce job, dude. I really did. But my boss demoted me back to front end eventually, which it was called a transfer because here's the thing. I didn't do anything wrong, and I really mean it. And I'm telling you that because I know a lot of people can say well, what, oh yeah, I didn't do anything wrong, I swear. But no, I actually didn't. So he couldn't fire me. And because I was a union worker, I was in the union, and he didn't have a probable cause. He just didn't like me. I mean, I worked with my boss like once every 2 weeks because I was always on nights. But the one time that I worked with my boss, it was always it really wasn't worth $10 an hour. It sucked working with the boss, but there was no probable cause. He just didn't like me. So so he can't fire me because union was backing me up, so he transferred me to front end, and that was tough. So, but yeah, and yeah, so and actually it was interesting because then I was talking to the front end manager, and I'm like, so I guess I'm coming back to your department. What's in store for me? Because front end is a rather big department. All right. You have of course baggers, then you have cashier, then you have the service desk, you have the janitor is kind of front end, technically front end. You have the service desk. Front end is a big department, so I was thinking, okay, so no matter what, I do not want to be a bagger. I do not want to be a bagger. Anything but a bagger. All right. If I'm a cashier, I'll try it out. I'll probably be a cashier until but I would start looking for a new job if I was drive up and go, because that was the big new thing. That was where everybody wanted to be. Unfortunately, I mean they jammed that like they hired a shit ton of people. They transferred a shit ton of people. Everybody wanted to be there. So if I wanted in to that department, I should have done that already. But I'm like, hey, what do you guys have in store for me, And she said because here's the thing. She had to take me. This company cannot fire me. They can transfer me, but they cannot fire me because I didn't do anything wrong. It's just my boss didn't want me in his department. So, she told me well, I'm going to offer you the bagging position. I'm like, I was distraught because I love my job, and they can't even give me cashier. I would have taken the janitor position. Just do not have me bagging. And and she noticed my face, and she's like the if you're gonna be like that, I'm not sure if I even want you in my department. And here's the thing. I had $300 in my bank account. I just went on vacation and dropped a lot of money shopping. It's just I was looking forward to this vacation. I went shopping. It was I dropped a lot of money. So if I didn't go on vacation, I would have been like, okay, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm gonna walk away from this. I can't be bagging again, man. I just can't. But I only had $300. I mean, it's like I paid a cell phone bill. That's it. But I mean, I still don't want to be broke, So I'm like, fine, I'll take it. But what I did was that I wrote on there because I knew which hours I wanted to work, and I did. And I was planning this really because I'm just used to bad things happening to me at that point. So I wrote on my hours from working 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. 4-hour shifts every day of the week. She was pissed, but nothing she can really do about it because yeah. So, but actually, I just heard recently that she would have me back. I mean, she talked to my dad. My dad is a pest control and services there sometimes. Um, and I'm like, what? I thought she hated me. That must have just been some, sweet talk or something. I don't know. But I bagged there for probably a little less than a month, and I applied at 4 different jobs. One job called me back, which was Costco, and my salary went from $10 an hour to $17 an hour because they had COVID pay. They had $15 an hour because that's their minimal, and then $2 COVID pay. I was psyched. Unfortunately, now, I was out of a job for about 2 weeks. I went over to. I eventually got a job at Mariano's. I did orientation. I'm not really all too psyched about it because first I applied for produce, right? And then they tell me that drive up. Are you interested in the drive up and go position? I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I'm like, okay. And then it turns out that they changed it up on me and tell me that I'm doing hot foods. I'm making hamburgers and hot dogs, and I'm like, ugh. Oh, I don't know if I'm like, ugh. Like I didn't tell them that. I was like, yeah, sure, but I'm like, ugh. I mean, the more I think about it, so I haven't heard back from them, which is why I applied at this one job, and this is the whole point of the story. I applied for this job, and I really, really want it. People have been telling me well, mostly my grandpa. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. My grandpa has been telling me get a government job. Great benefits, really great. Plus a pension. I'm looking around, and if my parents, had a pension, they would have been retired by now. It would, really. So, anyways, I applied for this one job, a courtroom specialist, Monday through Friday hours, right? Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All right, Monday through Friday. Weekends off, evenings off. All right, excuse me. And I'm like, dude, if I get this job, $14.50 an hour. So I would be making more at Costco, but But anyways, right? So. And then I'm like, yo, what if I can go back to Jewel Osco Produce? Somehow I would try to sweet talk them. And actually, the produce recently, probably not anymore. They've probably hired some people, but they were severely low staffed in that produce department. They lost 6 people within 90 days. Let's just say that. Half of the department left. That tells you how bad that management was in that department. It was horrible. But I love those night shifts though. Oh my goodness, I love those night shifts. So I'm thinking I can work 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the courthouse, and then I can work for the produce department from 5 to 9. All right, they close down at 9. So now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait, how many hours would you be working? Hell yeah, I'm working a lot of hours. All right, then work. Then I can work. Then I can work on weekends. Here's the thing on the weekends. I have options on the weekends. All right, so there's this one. First off, Costco. I could possibly work at Costco on the weekends. If they call me back, and I can tell them, hey, I'm available on weekends. Blah blah. Just if you ever need people on the weekends, I'm available. Blah blah. Or nearby, we have this store. It's a Midwest store called Menards, and working at this store would only be worth it on the weekends, okay? Because I believe they pay $11 an hour on the weekends. I mean, not on the weekends. $11 an hour, but they pay an extra $3 an hour on the weekends. So you would be making $14 an hour on the weekend. That's not too bad. That's really not too bad, right? So I could do that on weekends. And then, all right, and Costco actually on Sundays they do time and a half, so it's really, you really want to work there on Sundays. That's really when you want to work. Now, also, my dad is a former DJ. Not a club DJ, but a weddings DJ, and we're thinking about starting that up again. All right, but what you call it? All right, hold on. I'm thirsty again. All right, but my dad told me the only way that he would do it is if I found a Monday through Friday job, weekends off. Okay. All right. Now, plus on the weekends, the main umpiring day is Saturday. So it's just there's so many options when you have the weekend off. You really do. So yeah, the Menards gig, in my opinion, it's a good gig to have short term. First off, during the baseball season, I would be like, don't work at Menards during the summertime, because that I can just be umpiring and I think the perfect time to be umpiring would be, the perfect time to be working at Menards is actually right now, in my case, because nothing else is going on. Nobody wants to have a wedding right now, so not really a DJing time. There's no excuse me. So if I worked over at Menards, I would probably say the perfect time would be just any time that there's no that there's no baseball season. um, and then once baseball season started up again, I would just tell him, hey, here's my 2 week notice, and then I would just try to come back when baseball season has ended and be like, hey, if you leave on a good note, you have to leave on a good note and be a likable person, and just be like, hey, baseball season is starting up, and I would like to umpire, and blah blah blah, so. But I wouldn't mind, I might be back sometime, not anytime soon, but just kind of have a nice word and have a really nice 2 week notice letter. And okay. Now, but yeah, but I did the math, so, and if I was working at all those 3 places, not the umpiring or not the DJing, but just all those 3 jobs, Courthouse, Jewel Osco, and Menards, I would be working roughly 78 hours a week. Okay. And now, I know what you're thinking. It would be like, that's just too much. That's too much. But, alright, the real job would be the courthouse, alright? Now, working Jewel Osco Produce, that's the fun job. I really thought it was fun. I mean, working nights, and if I'm working 5 to 9, I mean, it was, once 7 o'clock hit, I mean, you were really working like half of the time we would just leave at 8 o'clock. But I would actually stay till 9 because, it's a 4-hour shift, but also you would get a break too, so it would be more like working 2.5 hours, really, honestly. 2 hours 15 minutes. But like, I mean, to be honest, like, there's no bosses there at that time, really. Like, the assistant general, no, he wouldn't even be there, I don't think. Like, there might be like a grocery manager there, but really, like, you can honestly, like, head over to front end as a produce guy, talk to the one of the front end bosses for like a half an hour, and you wouldn't get in trouble because, really, I mean, it's honestly a really great job. Then the weekend would just be, grinding it out on the weekend, but, but yeah, plus all those discounts from the store and Menards, I mean, yep. But now with all those hours means, a lot of money coming in. What am I doing with all that money? Well, first off, I am very much into 2 things: the stock market, and I am interested. I haven't really done much there, but I'm really into interested. I haven't done it yet, but in the buying and selling and stuff like that of Supreme and Jordan and all that stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to be doing, such as say my Jewel Osco job. All of that money he is going into the stock market. All right. And then the Menards money he is going into the buying and selling in Supreme products and Jordan products and things like that. Um, then my real job will go towards like, you know, living and things like that, you know, into my savings. And well, actually a part of that money he will probably also go into uh stocks and stuff, but part of it will probably go into savings. And um because I think one goal for me is to um what you call it, you know, have my own house and things like that. Which I know that you know some people would be like would be like yeah, well, you know, everybody gets their own house eventually, right? But you know, it's just something that I would really like. I I've talked to a lot of people who was in their like 30s and 40s and things like that, and they're saying the giving advice to a youngster like me, and they're saying the uh, live at mom and dad's, you know, uh, as long as possible. Save your money and stuff like that, and then when you're ready, because last thing you want is to be, you know, overwhelmed with this bill and this bill and this bill, and you're a youngster, so you're not making a lot of money, and you know, and then you end up having to move back in with your parents, and you know, so, and I understand that. But I mean, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a car, you know, I'm 20 years old, and one thing is that um first off, with this whole DMV stuff, it's and the pandemic has made it really tough getting your license. Um, but I don't know. Like, I've been driving for a while with a permit, but I don't know exactly how. Like, I went to a driver's ed school. Um, I just don't have proof of going to a driver's ed school, and I don't know if I need proof of driver's ed course. I mean, I don't know if I can verbally tell them which school I went to, and um, I I don't know. And then of course I really don't have a job. I mean, I did orientation at Mariano's. They haven't called me back. Because I know insurance is gonna be here slapping you in the face, but I mean, if I'm having all three of these jobs, I mean, I'm going to I'm going to need a car because Ubering is like I looked it up, and going over to it would be a 1 hour and 6 minute walk over to the government center where I would be working, and 1 hour and 6 minute walk, or a 10 minute drive. Oh, can you imagine that, bro? Um, but then if I'm now, here's the thing: if if I when I get off of work, my dad would be able to pick me up and take me over to my other job, and then pick me up after that. That's gonna get tiresome and fast, though. But you know, he might help me out. But just getting a Uber over there, though, that would be that would probably be like $10 every day. So $50 a week just on. Be crazy, dude. Um, $50 a week, but for car insurance, I mean that's like, I mean, mine's is, yeah, you would rather pay for the car insurance than that, of course. But now, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind walking in better weather, like in the summertime. First off, I would have to wake up sooner. I would have to wait. I would probably have to wake up at 5:45 in the morning. Now, I remember I start at 8 a.m., all right? So 5:45. I would get dressed and that I would now see, here's the thing. You know what? Maybe scratch that. Wake up at 6 a.m. and then be out the door at 6:15. Then I would start walking over there. And I could probably stop over at Starbucks or something for breakfast, and take it with me. And then let's say that was an hour 30 minutes. So 6 a.m., 6:15, so 7:15, 7:45. Yeah, it's something like that. Or maybe I'm out of the door at, I don't know, something like that, but out of the door between 6 a.m., 6:15, 7:15, 7:45, something like that. So, I mean, yeah, something like that. But it would be easier, no doubt, if I had my license. I mean, there's some people who I knew a few people who actually drove without their license, without insurance, for like they did it for years, and well, like, really, and I mean, that's probably that is probably the luckiest people that I've ever, like, I mean, even if, like, you know, if they got into a car accident and, you know, they didn't even cause it, but they were in the car accident, I mean, like, I looked it up. I mean, that is a offense. I mean, you could really go to jail for that and get fined. Oh my gosh. I mean, now, of course, the people I knew who did this, they the people who did this would be, who were just you know, doing in town, you know, driving to the McDonald's, driving to, you know, but still, oh my gosh. But it's a but yeah, I'm gonna need my license, really, but you know, and I actually picked a day, and I was saying, all right, on this day I'm getting my license. Then, of course, my stepmom looked it up online and said, all right, so you need blah 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 blah, and you need proof of a driver's ed course, which you did, but do you have proof? But I believe one of my friends who was 21 and he got his license, and they asked for the proof of a driver's ed course, but he told them, him. He told them his situation, and he actually did have his driver's license, but then green card, blah blah, and yeah, he was in that type of situation. Uh, and they just let him on through. But I'm thinking they might have let him on through because he was 21. Because I think if you are under 21, you need the proof of driver's ed course. But I'm also thinking that since I already have my permit, I can just get my license right away. I mean, of course, I have to take the driver's ed thing, but what I'm probably going to do, because I really don't want, because I called up my driver's ed teacher, school, whatever, and asked for the proof of it, and he actually he looked into the, and this is like 5 years later, 6 years later. Not even joke. Yeah, this was 5 years later. I took the course when I was in 2015, and I called it in 2020. All right, and he found it. He dug it up. He dug it up because there was years of, and he found it, and he said, you know, come on and pick it up. And I called my mom because I was living at a different town at the time, and I asked her, you know, can you pick it up? And she was just saying, yeah, sure. She never did. So if I call again, be like, hey, and this is 6 months later, and like hey, remember me? Do you still have that proof of blah blah? It's like, you know, yeah. So it's you can understand how it's like, yeah, I don't really want to call him up again, and I reminded my mom so many times to pick it up too. And I hate it when I hate it when because I get told this all the time. You know, figure it out. You know, such as say I need allergy medicine. All right. And I'm like, hey, you know, I need some allergy medicine, blah blah, and it's like, all right, well, you know, go get yourself some allergy medicine, and it's like, okay, so can we like head on over there, or it's like blah blah, it's like, Curtis, if you need allergy medicine, just go get allergy medicine, and it's like, yeah, well, I can't drive, it's like Uber then, Curtis, Uber. And it's like, yeah, but if I Uber over there, that's going to be $10 there, then $10 back, let alone what the allergy medicine is going to cost. I'm not going to pay $20 of transportation just to get some allergy medicine, you know. I get told this all the time, you know. Oh, if you have somewhere you gotta be, then just go. Like, it was much easier during the summertime because I could walk. I would literally walk 45 minutes into town to do some things that I needed to do, such as work out and all that good stuff. Work out, go to work, you know. But this time of year, for walkers like me, and there's a lot of them out there at my work, at other places that I worked, places I ate, I talked to some of those employees, and actually a good portion of them, actually quite a bit of them don't have a car, don't have a driver's license, either a similar situation to me, it just didn't take the test, or can't afford insurance or a car, or they got a DUI, you know, all that stuff. Um, you know, so there's a lot of us out there, and it's gotta be really tough. You know, it is tough at this point. You know, where you really like cannot. You know, where I live, it snows. I live over the northern suburbs of Chicago, and it snows here, bud. And when it's snowing, you ain't walking. Even if you gotta be somewhere really bad, I mean, you would rather call an Uber. So, but but yeah. So, all right. What else should I talk about? But yeah, guys. But I'm telling you, if you want if you want that financial freedom, and I know quite a bit of people talk about this, the stock market could definitely be your savior helper, you know, in that situation. So far I am up in the stocks that I have chosen, and like, I mean, can you imagine if you got if you were in that GameStop, bought into GameStop before that whole thing happened? The actually, my mom was actually pretty lucky. She bought 13 shares of the Naked brand at 22 cents, and it's up to like 250. I was like, oh my gosh. And what if I bought, and I've been using quite a bit of money. I have about $2,200 worth of buying power, and at that time I probably had like 1,700. If I put like 1,500 into that Naked brand, oh my gosh, bro. Like, I mean, my mom is just kind of like a beginner in that. She ain't putting a lot of money down. Excuse me. If I put money into the Naked brand when she did, oh my gosh. You have no idea. No idea. But, the stock market is definitely, and I'm not a day trader. What I would classify myself as being is a days trader. I buy a stock, all right, and then I buy it when it is not just at a low, but at like a record low. I mean, I'm looking for near, like, not near bankruptcy, but just at a, like, I'm making sure that puppy is low. You know, that I'm trying for like the least risk. Like, I mean, when it's at this low, it's got to be coming up today or tomorrow or in 2 days, but at some point it's coming up. All right, that's when I invest. And so far, I have missed probably 2 or 3 big opportunities. I missed one huge ass opportunity. It's called a Future FinTech. I bought it and I made like $35 off of it or something like that. And I was pretty happy with that. I was like, damn, $35? Oh shit. You know, I was like, damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, a few days later, few days later, it went up so high. I would have made like 900 and something dollars. And I didn't even put all. I put probably like 20% of my buying power into that. So you can only imagine. But yeah. But that just tells you how close I am to that big fish. And if you got into GameStop, oh my gosh, bro. Of course, I probably would have sold it. I mean, I'm a quick seller. If I'm up, you know, when I see that plus sign next to the money, because the more you wait, I mean, it's either gonna go up or down, and you're like, last thing you want it to do is go back down again, and then you're negative, and you're like, oh man, I should have sold. So, um, but yeah, um, but that's why that I really want to, like, with these 3 jobs. Like, of course, I don't need these extra 2 jobs. I could just have that 1 job and be fine. But the other 2 jobs give me that financial freedom, and I firmly believe in work hard while you're young, where your body can actually take all this working, and then, and you know what? If it becomes too much, and then the weekend gig, you know, I'll drop the weekend gig, and then say, see, I'm working at Menards, and I'm like, you know what, this is just a little too much for me, and then, you know, so, but you know, I don't know how. I'm really hoping because here's the thing, I don't have that Woodstock job yet, so that's why I'm really none of this other stuff can happen. Working at my old job at Jewel doesn't happen, and working at Menards on the weekend, or DJing, or umpiring, or any of this stuff. The umpiring, maybe I might be able to get away with umpiring in a day or 2 here, but none of this stuff happens if I don't get that Woodstock job. That is what is so scary about this, is that none of this other stuff happens unless I get this Woodstock job. But I don't know how I'm going to dispute I don't know how this, like where all this money is gonna go, like maybe I'll probably say, because I do want most of it to go into Robinhood, you know, because here's the thing, if you aren't using the money, I mean, if it's just sitting in your savings, or just sitting in your bank account, it's not being invested, you know. So, in Robinhood, you're making money and making it into more money, you know. So, I would probably say, all right, throw all that. Uh, hmm. And I don't know if we're counting, like, trying to think. You know, fuck it. And I wonder also. No, see, at Jewel Osco, we have this option where you can cash in your checks, which it's a nice feature to have. I used to have it, but you know, I don't want. If the more cash you have laying around, you know, you're just most likely to spend it on those Snicker bars and stuff like that. I would probably say for the Jewel job, I'll throw it all in Robinhood. Fuck it, throw it all in Robinhood. And then the Menards job, yeah, sure, throw it in PayPal, and that can be the Supreme and all that shit. Now what do I do with the what do I do with now? Now with my main job, where does all that money go? Like, yeah, you had the cell phone bill and shit like that. See, this is a tough one, because at this point, I'm gonna be paying for gas. I'm gonna be paying for car insurance, and of course, if I have my license, y'all already know I'm gonna want to be going out to lunch and all that shit. But if I can spare it, See, another tough thing that's gonna be that I like to watch the stock market and be like, okay, is this a good time to buy? All right, should I sell here? Should I not? When I'm working, I'm the only time that I'm gonna be able to like actually look at the stock market. Now I see actually during the weeks, obviously stock market is only open during the week. When the stock market excuse me, when the stock market opens, I'm gonna be that's when I'm clocking in to work. And when does the stock market close? I'm like what, like 3 o'clock, and then sometimes 5 o'clock. I'm gonna be at work or just getting off of work and clocking into my new job. So the only time is on my lunch break, or if I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, you know. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely try to have a percentage of it. First off, no more money is going to be going into for the Supreme, you know. They're just not gonna be needed. I mean, um, it's gonna be nice having that much money to buy Supreme and stuff like that. But I think a portion of it, maybe 25%, I can put it towards Robinhood. I think it's just I that's how strongly I feel about that. Um, but I'm also interested in the opportunities of buying and selling on, you know, classic cars and things like that. I've might have mentioned that a long time ago into my in my streams, but yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna clock out. But until next time, this is Captain C. Catch you guys there.